All right, we are at the circle, and should be an interesting one. No idea how it's going to go. I've done very little in-traffic stuff, actually very little laps altogether. Probably going to be back of the field, but it's might take a bump or two to move a guy and get around him if you're quicker. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting race, but hopefully not too messy. 15 of us in here, so it should be. I don't know. You never know what you're going to get. So, we will get out and practice real quick. See if I have any speed at all. I think I got to 5th quickest in practice, but that was using a Q line, which is kind of just aim for the flag stand off of 4. Because if you're trying to keep it on track on your exit of 4, you are scrubbing speed turning to keep it on track. 14.7. Now, I could be completely wrong, because this car has a lot of tire, but what I have seen fast people do is go like that, just let the car go out wide. It's kind of the exact opposite of what you do at any track with the big apron across the inside. But I could be completely wrong. So, we will get a run to the line and then also allow it to just straight line out on the end of the lap. And hopefully be able to put something together. I haven't been in the 6s yet. I've been really low 7s. So, there's still the issue of full speed and being able to hit the corner just like I need to. But let's go see if I can screw this up. Haven't changed the brake bias or anything. Car feels fairly loose, and I really haven't felt the brake bias do anything this season, so
green flag. Okay, here comes your first.
That was bad. Start of the lap. We're gonna get a banker in case I totally screw this up. Oh, this is gonna be a mid-7 probably. Nope. Low 8. No turn. That was terrible. Well, we gained a couple of tenths, and we run the same lap pretty much. That was a shit run to the line on the first lap, and I should have just done it one lap. And there we go, to the rear. Seems to be the theme for me in these. Just, yeah. And Justin does a 5. There's just no competing with that guy. So, yeah, had a long day today, and I mean, I'm in an okay mood. Just wasn't. It was a long day, but not a bad long day. Just having to work in an office for a bit. So, yeah, we'll see. But last night was a good night because after I got home from a, 600-mile drive and 10-hour day. Gotta watch Union Omaha beat Chicago, who tried to skirt by with a bunch of new young players rather than their actual starters, since they were playing a third-tier U.S. soccer team in Union Omaha. And it was probably one of the most dramatic soccer games I've ever watched, because we gave them 2 penalty kicks, and we had to score 2 goals ourselves, and our final goal to tie it up in extra time came in the 123rd minute of stoppage time of 3 minutes in the second overtime, or second extra time. So then went to penalties, and one of their kind of big name stars just bounced it off of the crossbar, and on the first round.
You'll be lining up on the inside.
And then
Pit road is closed.
We had one blocked, so it was 3-3 going into the 5th round, and we both teams got it. And then going into the 6th, our keeper blocked theirs, and our guy got it and won it. And we move on to the round of 32 for the U.S. Open Cup, which big upset, and hopefully we'll get a home draw. Thursday they do the draws. Most likely we're going to be stuck in a grouping of 3 MLS teams, but it kind of depends on where they decide. Omaha's kind of on an island.
One to go. Next time by.
Only thing we have close to us is Kansas City for MLS. So it kind of depends on which way. Do they send us Texas, or do they send us up to Minnesota, Chicago area like we were? But yeah, it's pretty exciting, and hopefully we can luck into another one. I just started in second gear, but probably the best idea, since it was a slow go. There's going to be contact.
Still there, hold your line.
It's going to happen. This track provides that type of racing, because you got nowhere to go. It's a big circle.
18.412.
And sometimes the guy on the inside can hit the curb and push up. Sometimes the guy on the inside can just take a bad line like I have been and push up.
14.9.
So far we've slightly moved up, because the guys up top have no chance of getting any runs up there. Hopefully we can get Gavin, who is stuck up top right now. Take advantage of that.
Still there, hold your line.
He's going to be annoyed on his video getting stuck up high, because now he's going to get shuffled even further. And we are in the 10th. Did not think we'd be seeing Gavin. I was sitting here looking for his car, but he was on the high side. It's just the luck of the draw for your qualifying time. So it looks like this green monstrosity 3 cars up is kind of slowing everyone down. I guess it's a rusted old Mountain Dew scheme is what they're going for. Trying to give this guy ahead of me a bit of room, but I just got a little tap there. Alright, Mountain Dew car is going high. But it's going to be, expect the bumper if you're not going fast enough.
14.9.
Now, if you're in a line of cars like this and not the second or so first or second car, then yeah, bumper may not be bright.
Still there. 14.848. Outside is clear.
So we get around David, and now we see what the green 7-Up can do in front of us. Is he going to stay on the bumper? We get into the back of him a little there. It's a very weird, like you can't really get to the bumper until 3/4 of the way through the corner. So,
14.845.
it's going to be a different type of bump and run. But it looks like 7-Up is pressuring Kyle up ahead. We're gonna just kind of give him some time for a little bit, and then, I mean, it looks like he's all over Kyle, but really hard to say.
14.869.
But been some good racing so far. Thankfully, we didn't get stuck on the outside. Oh, there was a bit of a bumper. Maybe.
15.0.
Oh, Kyle's gonna turn down just a bit.
Still there. Still there.
He's been having a bit of bad luck in this car.
Clear outside. 14.95.
And we hit the curb, son of a fuck. Alright, let's see if we can catch up. Brandon up ahead. Tell that paint scheme from all the times we've been behind it in this car. Alright, looks like Ellis is pulling away.
14.869.
We are not even halfway yet, so something to remember. But not using brake, so brake bias wasn't going to matter what I set it at anyways.
14.8.
Maybe people are using it to get the car to rotate, but we are closing in on him.
14.91.
He's not getting very good exit.
14.86.
This has actually been a very good race. It's been a good short track race. There's been some bumping, but nothing huge. People just trying to get in line to be able to go. Looks like they are stacked up behind the Mountain Dew car again. He gets moved out of the way a bit. Kind of got to the bumper, but he's cleaned up his line, and I've kind of gotten worse up. He just had a moment there on exit. Brandon gets the curb, and that's going to bring him back to us. Not quite enough, though.
14.914.
Yeah, little curb head again. That 15 car behind is making some moves.
14.987.
He just closed in on Kyle after he got around David. But yeah, it's if I get around this guy, it's going to be with a bump. Only way to really set up a pass is to bump them, hope they slide up a bit, get under them. It's not intentionally wrecking. Unless you do it wrong and get the bumper on the inside of their car, or inside of their left bumper. Want to hit him square in the rear. But at the moment, we haven't had that opportunity. He's going to be going for it now with Brandon. We've got 10 to go when we cross the line.
Great job, 10 to go.
Brandon slips up a little bit. This has been some crazy close racing. And if I just tap the 9 just right, I could send both of them up the track. Maybe luck into a 6th place, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. 9's starting to work that bumper now. As he's doing that, Kevin's falling back a little bit to us. Brandon's running just a little higher up. The 15 has gotten around Kyle. Oh, yeah.
15.032.
Start pressuring him. Running out of time. He's trying to get his nose to the inside rather than just kind of moving him up.
1, 2, 5. 5 laps to go.
Which could result in a spin. I got to be careful not to shove him up there.
15.087.
But he just needs to get him solid on corner entry. Like, square it up. Hit him solid. We're going to give him a little bump as he is getting into the rear. There he goes for it. Bump him up.
You've got 2 laps to go. Car outside. Go high.
We're going to get a cutting course, aren't we?
15.9. You
Nope.
knocked your wheels out of alignment.
There we go. 6th place. And we didn't cause that.
White flag. White flag.
We just had to barrel through it.
15.227.
So yeah, that he was going to be better off if he just ran into him rather than trying to stick his nose in on corner entry. Because then he shoves him up the track and gets under him out of the corner, and then can do what he was trying to do. I know a lot of people are always scared to do a bump and run. This car is one of the easiest ones, especially when you're on a track like this, but it was also, I mean, I was trying to get to his bumper, and I couldn't. Like, I was struggling to get there. Who was that? Out. Oi. So Justin wins by 2.5 seconds. Not a whole lot. But, man, we got lucky there. I thought we were going to go on pit road and get a black flag. We were 88.90. Let's go take a look at what it's saying is out there. So, that was actually a really fun Oxford race. I'm sure Gavin's not saying the same thing. He started 8th, and he just couldn't get down. Safety car has an incident, I guess, and, well, that's it. Was there really nothing else other than that? We gotta go back and look at some of the bumps that we did. They were light, but I think... Oops, clicking the wrong way. Here we go. Let's see. Oh no, I wasn't close on this one. I was trying to get close enough, but see, he did this one right. I mean, it's a little close. Oh, okay. The first one was okay, but very close. The second one started to hook him. So, you got to aim the middle of your car right here for this. With no braking zone here, it's hard to hit it solid enough to move them. But even what he did here, this is short track racing. You're faster than the guy, get him a little loose, go around him. And I was trying to be... I mean, right here we couldn't catch him. You know, I think he was faster than me. Although we did get closer and closer and closer. But, yeah, I mean, that was short track racing. And then, obviously, try it again. This time, though, like, he's trying to get his nose out of the corner, as you would at any other track, but this place he just really can't do that. He backs out of it there. He just needed to give him a nice solid bump when he was slow. There he almost got it. But he gives him room. And, I mean, I don't think... I mean, maybe had I got hit by this guy, my mind would be different, and I would say that he was just running into everyone. But I hope not, because... Yeah, so... This very hard angle, he's sliding up the track. Okay, no, this one wasn't racing. This was optimistic. He does a very hard angle in. Only reason he gets there is because he's going in deeper at a corner that he can't turn. So that one, not good. And we just got to shove our way through. And, well, he's the only one that pays the price other than Brandon losing one spot to me. So, wow, that was a pretty intense race. Let's take a look at the results. And 15 iRating, we lose safety rating, but don't care about that. Oh man, Gavin, he couldn't get down until he got shuffled all the way back. And wait a second, wasn't that David? Wasn't he the Mountain Dew? Did he just get freight trained after? Yeah, he did, didn't he? Gavin have contact? I don't think it showed us everything. So here he is with the field. Oh, he had a little contact with David. Yeah. And then that gets him up, and the 14's diving it in. Well, not diving it in, but racing. How you have to here. And then, man, that was a rough one for Gavin. So, points that I was doing, I can't do those anymore. It's just taking way more time than it needs to. Still showing up and racing like we are. And kind of doing it like the touring cars where, you know, if you want to know how you're doing, look at the standings. There just wasn't enough people racing every week to make it worthwhile, and I have way too much going on now, and I am not good with way too much things going on with soccer. You know, now we've got another round that I didn't expect to have in the US Cup. Then Saturdays, you know, we got home games, and then I am just overwhelmed with current workload because we lost a coworker. Not lost, but they left. So instead of having 4 people for the job, we only have 3, and it's just, it adds a whole bunch more work. So I apologize for starting it and stopping it, but still going to be racing. It's just I needed to get the part that was making it not fun. I needed to get rid of that, because if it's not fun, then why am I doing it? So hopefully no one's too disappointed by that, but it's how it is. And I think Gavin will be happy about it, since this race would be another 2 or 3 point race for him. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll go do some tour mods now.